morning. Here's my outfit today. It is windy outside. It's probably 60-mile-per-hour winds at this point, and it's 53 degrees, so I needed to dress warmly. So I am wearing, let's start with on the inside. This black and white sweater is from Ann Taylor Loft. It's probably a couple years old. And then I'm wearing these jeans that I got over the summer that I really liked, that I talked about in a vlog, and I'm pretty sure I linked them because I got them in blue first and then black. They are very stretchy and they are very comfortable, and I'll try and remember to link them again in this one if I can. And then I'm wearing it with this, I don't know if this is technically a shacket, but this is something that I bought, I think last year or the year before. It's probably one of my favorite things that I bought. It's from Ann Taylor Loft. It just comes in handy on days like this where it's not super cold, but it's cold enough to want to wear something that's warm. And it always looks nice. I can wear it with jeans. I could wear it with dress pants. There's Luna. Luna pooped in the room today. Not on the potty pad. Over there. And she got in trouble. That's besides the point. And then I'm wearing these booties from Tom's that are very old. As far as my accessories, I'm just wearing some silver hoops from Ana Luisa. My Warby Parker frames. This very old ring from New York & Company. My Apple Watch. I'm wearing a silver bracelet that I bought for myself for Christmas a couple years ago from Tiffany's, and a necklace. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not doing a very good job, but it's a very thin little silver necklace. There it is. So that's it. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna try and vlog while I make my coffee and just let you know how my weekend went. Okay, you guys are in the coffee mug cabinet. I'm making warm coffee for the first time this school year, again because it's going to be colder, but I just wanted to quickly check in and talk about how my weekend went, because you know, I'd like to continue to share what I'm trying to do for myself to live a more balanced life and to promote my mental health. So I did not work this weekend. I think I left off on Friday saying that's when I have in the past felt the most balance, is when I just went home on the weekend and just kind of let work go. I didn't even really do any work on Friday because again, now when I get home, by the time I like walk the dog, shower, and sit down and theoretically put myself in a position to work, I'm just tired. And so on Friday I realized, I mean, I could go through the motions of doing work, but I know I'm tired, so the quality of what I'm doing and the quality of my thoughts just isn't going to be there. So again, I had to tell myself, you are prepared for Monday. Like, what has to happen or what has to be prepared is prepared, and you're just gonna have to trust and have faith in that. Basically, I just need to train myself that I have to just prioritize what has to be done. There's no way I'm going to get everything done at all times. So that was my focus, and I made sure I was prepared for today, which I am. And I still have my list of things to do, but one of the things the therapist suggested was like, okay, maybe map out your weeks and see what is your week going to look like. So I'm just trying to break up the tasks that I have on my list in that fashion, and also just stay at the forefront of thinking you only have to do what is required. Like, what must you do to get through today? And if it's not something you must do, then you don't have to do it right at that moment, to kind of alleviate the feeling of being overwhelmed. I don't know if any of that's making sense, but long story short, I didn't do any work, which was good. Saturday, I got my lashes done in the morning. I had a lash appointment. And in case those of you that are wondering, I get mine done every 3 weeks. And then I came home, did my little errands, like did my Target run, and Wolfie was supposed to go to the vet to get his teeth cleaned, which meant he was going to be under anesthesia. But then I realized I wasn't going to be home to watch over him that evening with his anesthesia, because later Saturday I went to a friend's 50th birthday party. She used to be the assistant principal at the school I'm currently at. Now she's a principal of an elementary school. So I went to her 50th birthday party. It was very lovely, very nice. Came home, you know, showered, relaxed, went to bed. And then on Sunday, woke up, decided to work out because I wanted to, because I was feeling a little unwell because I hadn't worked out in days. Did a little workout, did a 30-minute run on the treadmill, and then I had book club with some old friends from my very, very first school. And I actually had book club and met up on a book that I hadn't even read. I don't even own the book that we were talking about, but I went to catch up with some friends. Then I came home, walked the dogs, relaxed a little bit, and then towards the evening is when I picked up a couple of things to do for work, which was fine. Now, as I get ready to leave now, I feel more rested, so that's good. I think really trying to stick to that routine is what works for me the best. And right now I'm experimenting with how do I feel with not exercising on Monday mornings, which is what I used to do. I used to not work it on Monday mornings and just go in earlier to just ease myself into the week. And so that's what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of at a place where I'm like tinkering around with what works for me, what helps me to feel like my most balanced self. And it's a process. So I'm gonna head to work and I will definitely check in with you guys later. Well, it's hours later. It's 4:15. And I really meant to vlog when I was in the classroom after school. Well, during the day, and I just couldn't during the day because I got really busy. I got to work early. I had to spend a lot of my time responding to yet another parent email. And then getting ready for the day. Basically, today we read an article from Scholastic News. I use Junior Scholastic because I teach middle school. That was titled, "What If I Were President?" And it went over an interview that they did with 100 middle schoolers from across the country, 2 middle schoolers from each state. And they asked them things like what's important to them, what are qualities they want to see in a president. So we just kind of read through that article and talked about some of the things that the kids said. And then the second portion of that article talked about like just the election, like the steps to becoming the next president of the United States. And then I had them take notes. So I'm going to give them a quiz on the article tomorrow just because I wanted them to practice note taking. And I did let them know that on that brain pop quiz, the kids that chose to take notes did much better on the quiz than the kids that didn't. And then I did a very rushed read through of the next section in history, which talked about the Boston Tea Party so that they can get ready for the next town hall meeting, which is going to be on Wednesday. Tomorrow we will read about the Intolerable Acts. Sorry. Tomorrow we're going to read about the Intolerable Acts. I don't know what my phone is doing. And then they're going to start prepping for the next town hall meeting. And that's really all I got done today. We had the town hall meeting for my switch class during third period. So we got that done and both classes are now caught up and in the same place. So that's really it. The day went fine. It was windy. I moved seats. I did end up switching seats and I did not get their cumulative GPAs. What I realized this morning when I was starting to make the seating charts is what's helpful and what I really need to do is rank them based on how they scored in my language arts class in the first trimester, because that is an accurate depiction of work levels within my class. The cumulative GPA can be kind of muddied with grades from other classes and teachers have different grading styles, but I created groups of mixed ability levels based on how well each student did in my class for the first trimester. And I actually like it. So I just rated them on a scale of 0 to 4. So if they ended my class first trimester with an A, that was a 4, a B, that was a 3, a C, that was a 2, a D, that was a 1, an F, that was a 0. And I made mixed ability groups based on that. So we'll see how that goes. But now I'm in the car talking because I'm getting ready to go complete my civic duty. And I'm getting ready. Let me just show you the back. I'm getting ready to go drop off my mail-in ballot. I'm going to drop this off at the drop box at my district office. I spent some time on the couch last night, reading through things, completing my ballot. Tomorrow's election day. And I'm really going to pray that I can stay as calm as possible. But yeah, it's kind of nice that there's a ballot drop box at my district office, and my district office is pretty close to where I live. So that's what I'm going to do. I might check in when I get home since this is kind of short. So we'll see, but I gotta go because I don't want it to get dark. Daylight savings. home. And I've been home for a while. I dropped off my ballot in the ballot drop box at my district office. Came home, walked the dogs before it got dark. Here they are. Here's little Miss Luna Sky. Say hi, Luna. There she is. There's Woofy Goldberg. Woofy. Okay. He's too busy scratching. Took them on a walk. Came home, just finished eating like a snack that I didn't eat at school. And packed my lunch for tomorrow. Speaking of lunch, so I do factor meals. And I pre-select my meals. Like I go in and select the 8 meals that I want them to send me. And I'm very good about it. Like I will do it weeks at a time. But these past few weeks, probably because I've been inundated with unnecessary emails, or my energy has been drained by just silliness, I forgot to pre-select the meals that were delivered last week. So I was like panicking, and not really, but because the meals they pre-select are rarely ones that I would have selected. So my feeling was like, great, I just got a whole shipment of meals that I'm probably not gonna like, but I'm gonna eat them anyway because I don't want to waste the money. So today I actually had the first of the pre-selected meals from the last shipment that I got, and I was really worried about it. It was, I think I have another one of them in here. Let's see. I think it was sweet potato grits and sage chicken is what I had for lunch. And I was really concerned about it because I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes. And but I was like, I'll probably just eat the chicken and beat around the sweet potato flavored anything. But today at lunch I decided to be a brave girl, a big girl. And I said, before I just write it off, let me just try it. And surprisingly, I enjoyed it. And it was only 570 calories. Tonight for dinner, again, I'm like, I don't really know which one of these sound like something I might be okay with. Tonight, I'm gonna try Indian style butter chicken with cilantro lime cauliflower rice. And that one's gonna be 710 calories. I'm just gonna cross my fingers that I like it. And then the rest of these, I'm probably gonna be eating for lunches because I get a new shipment tomorrow. I was kind of backed up. So I didn't have to buy any lunch groceries because I had all these meals, but that was a pleasant surprise. But one of the things that I noticed when I got home was I had this big box outside of my front door, and I'm gonna put you guys down here because my arms are hurting. At first, I thought it was like my braid hair that I ordered, which is human hair, but I was like, it was in a cooler. So I'm like, is my braid hair in a cooler? Like that seems excessive. But then I saw a package on top of that and I'm like, no, that's probably the braid hair. So I go down to look down at the package and it's this big old box, a cooler from Omaha Steaks. And I'm like, why am I getting a delivery for Omaha Steaks? Then I thought maybe there's somebody out there that just, you know, felt bad for me and thought I deserved a shipment of steaks. But turns out it was just my neighbor's shipment. The person that delivered it to the wrong unit. So I went to go knock on their door to give it to them, but nobody was home. And so I just walked over there and dropped it off with a little note saying, you know, just so you know, they delivered it to the wrong place. I don't know if you want to let them know. But what's awkward about it is I'm not really a fan of my neighbor. Wouldn't it be funny if my neighbor actually watched these vlogs? I'm not really a fan of the neighbor. It's a man and a woman, and they have 2 dogs, and off the bat, their 2 dogs are Huskies, which the dogs are perfectly fine and beautiful, but for whatever reason, Woofy does not like those 2 dogs. Like, he just cannot stand those 2 dogs, and Woofy really picks and chooses what dogs he's okay with and what dogs he's not. There's some dogs that when he sees them, he is just overcome with joy and his little butt is wiggling and he wants to play and be around them. And there's some dogs that he just barks at and it's an aggressive, like, stay away from me bark. And those 2 dogs are 2 of them. I venture to say Woofy's really responding more to the energy of the owner, because the man, he's just odd. like to the point where he seems to have zero social skills. Like if you say hi to him, he won't say hi back. There have been times where I'm standing outside with my dogs, like back in the day when I had Genesis and Riley, or you know, other or you know, just not necessarily Wolfie and Luna. Like I'll be on my side of the street, like right outside my condo, clearly with 2 dogs, letting them use the bathroom. And my condo's here, his is like arranged that way. So he comes out of his condo, he'll round the corner, see that I'm there with my 2 dogs. And a logical person would take their 2 giant huskies and walk across the street so that the 4 dogs aren't intertwined and like going through whatever dogs are gonna go through. But he just walks right on through me. And one time he did that and it caused me to have to like quickly gather my dogs together because they're going crazy. And then I got a leash burn. And I'm just like, sir, why? There's also been times like when he first moved here, because I lived here first, and when he first moved in, I was trying to be, you know, neighborly. So I was in my garage and he's moving into his garage. So I'm like, okay, let me walk over and introduce myself. So I walk over, like right next, like took 2 steps over and said, hi, my name is Latanya. Nice to meet you. I live right here in this unit. And he looked so put off that I even had the nerve to introduce myself. And from that point on, I knew like maybe he just isn't the one to be friendly with. And so he's always been a little weird. At first I took it personally, but then I found out he doesn't really speak to many people. Like you could say hi to him and he won't necessarily say hi back. Now, surprisingly, a woman found him and they eventually got together, because when he first moved, it was just him. And now he has a live-in girlfriend. And she's actually much nicer. Well, she has been nicer than him. When I got Luna, she just became my best friend because she was like obsessed with Luna. But I have also heard her yelling feverishly at people outside of my window. Like one morning, a man had a small dog and he was letting the dog use the bathroom on the side of my condo where there's this big grass area. And you know, mind you, he was letting the dog use the bathroom unleashed. She came out of her unit with her 2 huskies leashed. But of course they reacted, and then like the little dog was panicking and it was like this commotion for a minute. And the man with the small dog was very apologetic. Like he immediately was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And she just was like yelling at him relentlessly. Like, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And so, you know, I don't know. It's just an interesting couple. But I said all that to say that their Omaha steaks were delivered to my front door, and I walked them over there with a note. And it really makes me mad because there was once a time where my factor shipment was delivered. I don't know what unit it was, but it was delivered to a unit over here, and somebody took that box seeing my name. Luna, come here. Come here. Luna Sky. Luna Sky is not allowed to be upstairs by herself because Luna Sky on occasion thinks that the guest room is actually a little poop lounge, and she'll go in there and drop a little poo. Saw my name, Latanya Robinson, on it, picked up that box, my name and my unit number, and didn't say, oh, let me go ensure that Latanya Robinson gets the shipment. They said, let me take Latanya Robinson's shipment and eat it all up myself. And I don't know who that was, but I did what a good citizen should do, and I delivered it to the appropriate unit. So, but how random was all of that I just shared with you? But that's pretty much how I'm ending the day with you guys. I will say that my outfit was a big hit with the kids today. They seemed to feel like I looked very fancy. I'm very competent, like I knew what I was doing. So there's that. But I'm gonna go upstairs now and I'm gonna take a shower, wash my face, all of that, and do some things that I need to do for tomorrow. So yeah, if you enjoyed this vlog that didn't go exactly the way that I thought it was gonna go, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I enjoy them. And as always, I hope that you're well. And if you're not well, please be well. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Until then, bye.